Hey, it's been a while since I've posted a video. I wasn't really sure how I was gonna do this one, but sometimes um, I find it's funner to talk on a video. Now, sometimes I post videos on TikTok, sometimes I post them on YouTube, sometimes I post them here. It really depends on whatever's floating my boat at that moment. So, basically, I do want to talk about a subject that I've been kind of in depth for a while. And I know it's going to bore y'all. But if this subject interests anyone, just keep listening to my story. If not, just keep on scrolling like normal, like other people do. I know that most of my subjects, they kind of touch chords that people don't like navigating in, and that's okay. But I watch videos of people that go to places that are uncomfortable. And I commend them for doing it because it takes a lot of courage and a lot of guts to go and explore things that make most people uncomfortable. And quite honestly, I'm super cringe. I make tons of people uncomfortable. And I'm totally getting more fine with that as days and years go on. So, as you guys know, I've been knee deep or not. You might not know. I said you guys know. You might not know. I've been knee deep in ancestral, lineage, family trees, family history ish, uh, DNA, stuff like that. I just found kind of a passion in that. In recent years, it has become a little bit of a fixation subject for me, among other of my fixation subjects that I like to dive deep and do deep research in. Um, it also touches like lineage, family history, stuff like that. And I actually opened a door into history, so which is kind of cool. Um, but basically, I'm not gonna trail off too much in the lineage and historical lineage and my theories on the subject of why certain bloodlines end. And I have been kind of studying ever since my grandmother became ill. I really got pulled into a branch of that touched mitochondrial genomes, mitochondrial DNA, and the specific lineage that is passed between mother and daughter. And there is a specific lineage that is special between mother and daughter. And it just so happens that my line is ending. I had 4 boys, I don't have a girl. And not only is my line ending for me, my mitochondrial line is ending. For whatever my theories on that are, I'm not going to dive into that one today. But it is a bittersweet deep dive to go into that kind of stuff. So there's that. But I did want to just mention that there is a big key to something that I didn't necessarily realize was at the forefront of a lot of stuff. And I'm not done studying this and I'm not done my deep dive. But apparently, in certain female ancestry, and I do believe this is strong for many female lines, I don't think this is as rare as one might think about the whole female gift of healing and the gift of foresight and the gift of prophecy. There's many, many, many occult or metaphysical gifts that you could relate this to. Um, and I'm still kind of studying it. I don't want to spill the beans too fast because I'm still missing some information regarding this. But I have been looking at why certain lineage lines end. Why? Why do they end? I'd be curious to see other people's theories on this, if they have any at all. Um, but it's a very interesting subject, and there's not just the maternal bloodline that can end. You know how males carry the name. Sometimes in certain families, the male name that gets passed down ends, and it's an interesting thing. Now, I know some of it is generationally trauma related, and that's an uncomfortable subject for most people, and I get that. I know. um hold up, because I really got to recap my thoughts on this. There you go. It took me about 30 seconds to get it. Okay. So some of this, like I said, it's theoretical, and I don't want to do too many deep dives because this is just a video, and I really do want to document this and write it down in a book, because I think it deserves its own field of study, at least in its theory. Okay, and I do keep this as theory because I do hold knowledge, but this is like extra knowledge that I didn't have, that came together in other sources that I could say. But I could say that when it came to passing down gifts and the gifted and the maternal side, it was brought to my attention that emotions were key. And I want to really, really put the accent on how important emotions are for humans, for humanity. Emotions are very, very important. And like I said, I can't dive into a lot of the threads that brought me to this point, but there are a lot of threads, and there's a reason why this does make a lot of sense. But when it comes to having, a lot of these gifts of occult and foresight and healing and, like, you name it, there's a tons of different kinds of gifts, like, that you can master, like empathy and compassion, and like there's just tons. But if you don't have that emotion unlocked and flowing, and this goes for men as well as females, I believe men can be as gifted as females. But I don't want to talk about the men today, because I did do a lot of chapters on the male stuff and, the male healing that is required on this planet. But I do want to touch the female healing also that's part of this. And I think a lot of the females, and I'm just going to leave this on an opener, a lot of females have a blocked emotion. They have blocked emotions. They try to fit into a male world, or it was just taught to them, or they were brought up this way, or it's just generationally passed down that they got to be strong, independent women and not show too many emotions, and that emotions are weakness and blah, blah, blah. But I've come to understand that if you don't understand these emotions and live them and let them flow through you and truly be in touch with them, there's so many gifts you will not unlock. So many, especially touching the female creative aspect, or the female in touch with the earth. There's as above, so below, right? Well, if you're not mind, emotions, they work together. You can't have one without the other. You can, but it's going to be a little bit unbalanced. So that being said, emotions are important. I've been very disassociated by my emotions for years, and I've had a lot of trouble with emotional mastery because of that. So there's that. And I started noticing, mostly through singing. Singing was one of the biggest pointers that I noticed, where emotions really point of how important they are. If you're not in touch with your emotions, I'm sorry, but all the best singers are. They got the emotion going in that shit like it's crazy. It flows, it pours out of them. It just comes out. Poetry, art, painting. Some of the most beautiful things in creation come from this emotional side that we are denying ourselves. A lot of women are suffering from this passed down emotional blockage, where they're so desperately seeking this connection to self, and it's so hard to get in touch with. It's so hard to unlock. It is so incredibly painful. I've been doing a lot of work on that, and this ain't no cakewalk, man. This ain't no cakewalk, because it hurts. It friggin' hurts. It hurts. But that's the whole point of the mastery, of channeling it out into something useful, creating beauty out of it. And I've come to realize and understand that there's so much beauty within emotion. And I'm not just talking about being happy. Happy is an emotion. Sadness is an emotion. Anger is an emotion. They're all emotions. They're all valid and they're all important. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to be happy, screw the rest. That's not what the magical beauty of being a human is. It's not about being happy and pretending there's no sadness and pretending there's no darkness and pretending there's no anger, no frustration, no being tired or exhausted. You can't do that because life is duality, it's polarity. You have the good and you have the bad. You have it all. It's half and half, whatever you want. And you know what the beauty is? Nobody knows what is good and what is evil. Nobody does, because it's all subjective. What one is going to find evil, another is going to find beautiful, is going to find wonderful, and then vice versa. Nobody can even judge or begin to understand the complexities of what good and evil truly even is. Everything is literally a matter of experience and choice and free will. That being said, I chose this time around to stop feeling so alien on this planet. I chose this time around that I want to know what it's like to be human. I want to know what it's like to feel. No matter how bad it hurts, no matter how sad I get, no matter how happy I get. You can either deny it or you can dive right in. So, if you need a partner in crime on this planet, I will definitely laugh with you. I will definitely cry with you. And I'll get mad with you. And if it gets dark and weird, I'll be there sitting with you. I'll be there being dark and weird with you. Because it's far healthier to live these things and to get them outside of you and to actually see what they are. Because once they're out and you're looking at them, it's like, wow, this ain't really that scary. This isn't that bad. And you can kind of chuckle with it if you have, a good partner in crime that you can just laugh at life with. And I would come back to this planet, I think, time and time again. I think I would come back over and over again just to experience and just, I don't know. I used to be that person that wanted out. I really did. And there's some days I want to just not be a human because it's a lot. But at the same time, I know I'm going to come back again. So that's just the way it is, right? That's the beautiful dance of it. So if you want a partner in crime, albeit, man, I'm going to come back round and around again. I'll walk through hell with you side by side because that is going to make the journey so much more funny. And I'll crack jokes, make fart noises. Yeah, I probably can't and won't take myself seriously. But hey, I'm pretty sure it'll be an entertaining ride for y'all. And for me. So bear with me while I'm getting my grips on being a human and living my emotions and learning what it is to be feminine. Feminine is what also? Feminine is the dark. That's just the reality of it. Masculine is the light, feminine is the dark. The sun and the moon, as above, so below. It's all about both of those. Can't just have all masculine and light. We need the dark, or else we wouldn't see the sky at night with all the stars. That would suck. Besides, I sleep better in the dark. When there's too much light, I can't sleep. So, could you imagine a whole world without darkness? Oh my god. That would be nuts. Okay. Have a nice night, everybody. Day, night, whatever you want. Just remember, if you need a partner in crime to reincarnate with and go through the motions of Earth, and yeah, I was a bit more serious. There wasn't too much craziness in this one. Do take care, folks. And being human is special and very unique. Remember that.